And the best way that you can maximize your time, I always have a couple of rules for the game. Rule number one is, hey, I'm Bach. I'm an anthropologist and aspiring League of Legends coach with the goal to make complex or nuanced topics as relatable and accessible as possible. So we're looking at a game from a scrim block from, I believe, just yesterday. Patch just came out, so things are a little bit different now, and it looks like you guys got a bit of an unorthodox draft. You got the Vigar Poppy bot lane. I like it. Trundle top. I'm a big fan of split pushers. So what we're going to do today is give you guys like a holistic understanding of how your team comp wants to play the game, how to recognize your team comp strengths and like the roles within the team comp, and then doing the same thing for the enemy so you can recognize their threats and plan around how they want to play the game. And then it looks like we've kind of fallen some rough times later. Maybe we'll talk about how to salvage a bleeding out game state and go from there. So did any of you guys watch my video on like rounds and turns and stuff?
No, I don't want to spoil myself.
You don't want to spoil it? Okay, so I gotta
No, I wanted
repeat
to
it.
learn straight from you.
Okay. Right from the source, dude. I like that. Like Fiji water, right? Just bottled right at the source. Okay.
But
So the way that I view the game is if you view it as like a continuum of always doing action, always other stuff happening, it can be kind of hard to pinpoint like where something went right, where something went wrong, or how to effectively analyze the game. So what I like to do is I like to compartmentalize the game into rounds. And a round is determined by when your team or most of your team is in the base, they deploy or they open the map, do what you normally do, like the jungler clears camps, the laners lane, they trade, they last hit minions. But the key part is the team will play for an overall objective of the round. Just like you're playing an FPS game, it's we're going to hit a bomb site, but maybe it's we're going to hit we're going to do Grubs this round. We're going to do Dragon. We're going to play for mid tier 2, mid tier 1, top dive, whatever. There's like a goal for each round, and then from that point in time, you can take it, okay, we have a goal for the round. This is big G. And now, as individual players in the game, based on your champion's strengths or weaknesses, you now have your own part to play in the outcome of that round. So what I'm looking for here is, one, do we understand what our goal or our job is in the round? And two, do we execute it well? And I also talked about in my video, when you have something called a turn, this is if you push a minion wave, you have the chance to move or do another action on the map, and you don't technically lose anything from it, right? Because the enemy, if you push first, the enemy has to either catch the minion wave and clear it themselves, but that takes time, or they have to move immediately and then they lose the minion wave, which costs them gold. So either way, if you are pushing the wave first, you have a turn to do something. So you want to use your turns to affect the outcome of the round. This could be like a mid laner is going to find a time to ward, or they're going to look to trade, or they're going to look to burn, I don't know, somebody summon or spell before a big fight, right? Or it could be we just reset or we invade. There's a ton of different things that we can do, but then we can analyze, do we use our turns very well? So that's a very brief overview of how I like to view the game. If I ask you, what's our game plan for round, that's a U, round one, what is it with our comp? Like, what are we going to do?
Play for Grubs.
We're going to play for Grubs?
Or, wait. We're going to play to path top side so that I can be pathing top, so that in round 2, I can play for Grubs.
Okay, round one, we're going to path bot to top. Cool. And you said round 2, we're going to play for Grubs. Round 2, The goal is Grubs. And round 1, I usually say lasts from the start of the game until about either 3:30 or somewhere around 4 minutes, right? You don't want it to go too much longer past then, because all your jungle camps start respawning after 4 minutes. So you kind of want to end the round, recall, get into base, spend your gold, so you're on the map as fresh as possible with all your gold spent for round 2. So goal round 1, path bot to top. We're going to look for a gank then mid or top, because that's just how it works. If we path bot to top, we can't exactly gank bot lane after our clear is done. So what does that mean for our individual turns that we get? Like, what should we use our turns for this round?
Getting like prio in mid and maybe playing to have like push mid so that Ari has to reset or be off tempo for our round 2 play.
Okay, so have push mid so Ari can't be there and reset. That's one thing that we can do with our turn. Trundle, what's your job here?
Honestly, probably play safe, wait till Grubs come out, and then shove wave out. Like, try and build up a wave so Olaf can't make it down.
Yeah, probably. Do you know how this matchup goes 1v1?
Trundle should just obliterate Olaf from what I've heard.
Word on the street?
My team.
Okay. Now, what might put a wrench in this plan?
Garvin ganking.
Jarvan ganking.
Make me lose that early lead.
So we are very strong early, Trundle, especially with tempo. I'm pretty sure you just beat Olaf's ass if he wants to fist fight you level 1.
Yeah.
So when we have a turn then, or even before laning starts, we need to find out either where Jarvan starts, because if he starts anywhere topside, or even if he decides to, you know, do a 3 camp, he does like blue, Gromp, red, gank top lane. We need some sort of knowledge of that happening so we can not die to this. Because the whole goal of the round is Lizard's pathing up, mid lane's going to get push, you're setting up with your wave. So we want to do everything possible to make sure this happens. What are some ways that we can find out where Jarvan is? There's a couple, but
playing like to get a level 1 word off with mid, top, and jungle on Raptors, or
here?
Yeah, or
Okay.
Gimme, if he plays first prio correctly and gets push, he can take that time to drop a word on Raptors.
Okay. There are other things that we can do. Like what?
I'm gonna popcorn friend.
Can anyone else think of anything? Mike or Egg Whites, what can we do to find out where Jarvan starts?
We can see just either invade or get the early vision. We don't necessarily have to drop a word of just either buff, so we kind of know which side he starts.
Sure. We could do that. And also, when I'm thinking top lane, if you don't have a good use for your ward, you can always just ward this yourself, right? And then no matter where he starts on the map, you'll at least see him come when he's ganking you, right?
Yeah.
Or, well, I mean, if you're tunnel visioning, then maybe not. But yeah, it's like we don't have to find out Jarvan where he is exactly if we have wards that are in place that might give us a heads up when he's ganking. So that's fine. This is beautiful. Let's see how the round plays out. I don't want to see their side of the map. I feel like it's cheating if I see their side. So they pressure in for an invade. But like, look at what they did. They did the same thing that like I thought we should do to get vision, or that you guys mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
And this is important knowledge. Even though Bel'Veth is not a champion that is going to gank a ton before her first like full clear, they now know where you start, even though you cleared their ward. Yeah. And that's powerful, because now that means bot lane, they're like, okay, I'm not caring about any Bel'Veth gank after 2 minutes and 25 seconds, because if Bel'Veth wastes more time after this, oh, and there's the Jarvan level 2 gank, baby. But it happens, right? Like, it's chill, and you still catch the wave, you still get most of the EXP. Not the end of the world, but it does mean that I think we failed in an aspect of the success of the round, so that's something to consider. Next time is, do we have all the information we need? Oh, does he take your blue too? What a little rat.
Yeah, dude, this guy's a piece of poop.
He's a little poo-poo head, a little poo-poo stinky.
I'm glad.
Okay, this wave's slowing out topside. We made the play that we're pathing bot in the top here. Yep. I like you playing in the brush. Really smart. Good rotate from both Trundle and from LeBlanc. Also remember, if you just want an assist, just throw a W down. As long as you even nick him with the slow, you'll still get the assist. Because you rotating like this and not getting any gold for that assist feels really bad.
Yeah, just pillar that mofo.
Pillar that mofo. Facts. And nice, you recognize you can reset. So now we're at the end of round 1. What's our goal for round 2? What do we need to happen?
Bel'Veth paths top, and LeBlanc plays to either chunk out Ahri and force him out of lane, and then LeBlanc can reset and TP back to have more gold for the fight. And Trundle can either, probably now in the state of the game, play safe top and wait for jungle and mid to be able to come help get the pressure off of him so that we can successfully play for Grubs.
Okay, Trundle, because the wave's going to come in because we push it under the tower, so it's going to slow back in. So we're chilling there. Do we need an additional body here? Like, do we need Poppy to roam? Do we need, like... Yeah.
Most likely. To, secure it, probably.
Okay, what does that look like? How do we get Poppy unlocked here?
We get bots proud by either stacking a wave or just, hard shoving every wave.
Okay. Well, this is really good.
And then, forcing up the base.
We just burned both of Zeri's sums and Nami's flash here. We're in a good spot. Okay. As long as we're aware of, because we also still have TP on Vigar, so we can do the same thing. Oh, they're top DC. Okay, very cool. Vigar will eventually need to reset here, but Vigar gets to a point where he gets chapter and a couple of points in Q or W, and then he can just sit under tower like really, really safely, especially in a Zeri Nami. It's kind of hard for them to dive with just the two of them unless you get hit by a bubble, and then maybe you deserve to be dead there in a video game. So just like knowing like, okay, I'm level 5 Vigar, I'm level 6 Vigar, I can be alone in this lane if Poppy needs to move, then it doesn't necessarily matter. You resetting right there was crazy. Respect that. Okay, so a couple of things happen where Olaf is now 3-0. He's up 1,300 gold on you almost. This makes the game a little bit scary. It's not over, but it's just later into the game, we have to answer who is going to match Olaf in the side lane. If it's not Trundle.
Probably. I mean, this is like a easy answer, but I would say mid, just because I don't really think sending Vigar in a side lane would be good. I could be wrong, but Gimme is able to kind of
Olaf would just be able to run through his cage.
catch waves.
Really?
Huh?
Really? No, he's saying Vigar would be able to defend Olaf?
No, I'm saying it's going to be hard for Vigar to defend Olaf.
Yeah, no. I would say LeBlanc can do it just because she can like catch waves and she has a lot of mobility to get away from Olaf with her like W and then R mimic.
But do we want LeBlanc to be catching side waves?
No.
No.
Okay.
We'd have to send me every time.
And you are in a really not bad spot, but like you're like this is how games get blown wide open. And it's by like we're kind of out of options here, right? So we have another option here, which is we send 2 people to match Olaf, but then we're always going to be numbers disadvantage everywhere else on the map.
Yeah.
But at this point, it might be that's what you have to do. Unless something happens to get you guys back into the game. Okay. Very good. And we're ending round 2. Poppy reset, Belveth reset, Vigar reset. LeBlanc still needs a reset, but it's fine because she still has TP. Okay, you're resetting too. Good. Beautiful. Fucking reset, dude!
I need 50 gold for my last chapter.
Oh, okay, got it. That makes sense.
Should have lasted the minions better. You would have had it, Gimme.
Fucking true.
Yeah, that one minion you missed.
Yeah,
I mean, I understand. Like, burning TP kind of sucks. And it's usually a game of chicken. Like, if you burn TP first, you're at an inherent disadvantage. But the worst thing you can do is hold TP, like, the whole laning phase, when you could use it to generate tempo. Like, my favorite thing to do is, enemy will TP back. I'll trade, like, 80% of my HP bar to just chunk them out, and then I'll TP back. And then now I'm full HP, and they're half HP without TP. So I'm just infinitely better conditions. And then I can now move around the map. I can deny them CS, and I can play the game a lot easier. The way I like to view TPs is, you know, like that 4 to 5 minute TP is your get out of lane free TP. And then you'll have TP again at like, you know, 10:30-ish through like 11. And this is important because a lot of the times this is when second dragon spawns or happens. This is when second grubs happens. So you'll get 1 TP for lane and then 1 TP for the next fight. You're at that awkward point where if you TP now, you're not going to have TP for the second grubs, which could be a problem. But
for this game, for this game, at 4 to 5 minutes, the maximum utility I can use TP is just to get 2 more minions. So I see no point.
Sure. And this is maybe like where SoloQ is really not like poisoning your brain, but there's more value on the map than just 2 minions for you. For example, when we talk about turns, so if you push a wave and then you do something, the enemy will always get a chance for a response, but that response will be later. So what happens if you push a wave and then instead of moving, you stay and push another wave? Well, now you've kept the ability to keep making turns and the enemy doesn't have the chance to respawn. So what TP does here is it allows you to get a free turn where you push the wave, you reset and you TP back. And now all of a sudden you've done something active on the map and it stopped the enemy from responding, where sure, you could see it as you're only using it to get 2 minions, but you're also getting pressure on the map. You're stopping Ahri from, okay, you push the wave, you reset and you walk back to lane. In the meantime, Ahri pushes the wave and now she can move and ward, where she can rotate to a fight, where she can do something. So it's not just about the minions, it's about, the potential to stop the enemy from making a play.
I mean, can you go back to my first reset?
I mean, sure. I don't think it's super important here, to be honest.
Yeah, because I remember the wave was frozen somewhere around in front of her turrets, and the second wave is coming up. So by the time I walk there, she still has to shove the wave like under my turrets. So I will have enough time to match her roam if she wants to roam.
Really?
Yep.
Because
Yes.
she literally has a
both of-
turn right here, and she could have used that turn to do something. She used it to hit your plating, which is the whole point.
But
If-
we have ward to see if she moves, and the second wave is coming too, and she have to come back to shove the wave. Otherwise, she lost the wave, and we have 2 wards on 2 sides.
You are right that we have 1 ward here and we have 1 ward here, but unless Ari or this guy is like smoking massive amounts of crack, I don't think they're going to walk up, see this, and elect to walk through it. They're going to walk around and dive top lane, or they're going to walk bot lane and dive bot lane or gank bot lane.
Yeah, that's why I still have my TP up. So if she wants to roam, I can shove the next wave and TP to where she shows up.
Okay. Okay. I think in this situation, the points you're making are good points. I mean, she still gets a chance to move anyway. So she pushes the tower, and then she moves to ward, and then, you know, it is what it is. We're chilling. I think you play this well to bait them out here. This is good. All right, let's go back to this. So we're back where we were before. This is round 3. What's our plan for this round?
How long till grub spawn? Is there a way to tell?
Yeah. 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
I guess it would kind of just be like the same thing we did round 1, like kind of repeating like the fundamentals of what we did round 1 of playing safe top lane, having shove bot, and having prio, whether that be trading mid or just having the minion wave mid be prio, and then taking our resets to end the round, coming back with more gold, and having our waves be in a good spot, and then playing for the grubs.
So round 3, preserve conditions, look for second grubs. Anything else we need to be aware of this round? What's the enemy want to do?
Probably increase the Olaf lead maybe, because bots just it would not be possible to gank bot, I would think, because they're just chilling under tower.
Well, it also looks hard for them to gank top lane too. Oh, nice, you learned the trick, dude. Just ult him when he goes to tower dive, and then you're just chilling.
Yeah, I didn't expect to heal that much off of it.
Oh, hey, look! Nice TP, by the way. Oh, that was almost so dangerous. Holy shit. I'm glad that you recognize the TP angle, because this is exactly what I'm worried about. Like, she's able to move here, but you recognize that and you TP bot lane. But because she had the chance to push the wave, now she can move and still not lose anything, and then you had to TP as well. Like, you're...
Yeah, I didn't expect that our bot died so fast, to be honest.
Yep. So when I look at, like, what the enemy wants to do here, where's the only, like, neutral objective on the map right now?
Dragon.
Yep. And where's all our vision at?
Top side on grubs or mid.
Yep, it's focused in this area right here. So, what do we need to do if we understand that our goal is preserve conditions? That means keep our summoner spells as much as possible, not try and die when it's their turn, catch waves safely, and then we're going to play for grubs, because that's something that we care a lot about with Trundle and Bel'Veth. What do we need to do then if we know that the enemy has the chance to play for this dragon? We have no business contesting this, or like we have no plans to contest this, I should say. What can we do?
Just trying to absorb XP maybe.
How?
Try and get a freeze on the wave.
How?
Are you talking about like mid and bot specifically, or like bot specifically?
Yeah, well, because like if their play is dragon,
yeah,
what are the 2 lanes that are most likely going to be affected by their team being bot lane? It's going to be mid and bot, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So bot would just play to crash. Mid and bot would just play to crash the waves, and then bot would reset, and mid would look for either vision, if they have a ward up, vision on their enemy red side, or just reset, stay back on the map with more tempo.
I don't think from this map state we are able to get wards anywhere here.
Oh, no, I meant like LeBlanc placing wards on J4's red side.
Oh, on J4's red side. Got it. Sorry. I misunderstood. Okay. So in my mind, what I'm seeing here is a potential, if for whatever reason we are contesting this wave and trying getting a push and they hold the freeze, they can come gank us and we are dead. because we were
Yep.
flashless Vigar. So if we're here and we're saying, okay, my jungler, 1, is pathing away. We are now the weak side for this play. What we need to do is, 1, get vision, and 2, get them to push into us so we can try and hold a freeze for ourselves. The worst case scenario is we try and push, they hold our wave, and now it's frozen, and now we're stuck with the jungler pathing away and their play being bot side and we play being bot side. The second worst play is we're unable to contest the wave at all. They get a slow push and they dive us with stacked waves. So what can we do? What do we have available? Let's look at the tools we have available here.
Maybe get Bel'Veth to assist the bot lane.
But do we need Bel'Veth to assist the bot lane?
No.
Maybe that's the question.
Okay.
I don't think so, because like with Poppy Q and Vigar W, you can like one-shot majority of the wave.
Okay, great point. So this will determine how we use our abilities in this. If we know that the enemy's play is to potentially go bot and then, or drag and then bot, it's going to determine how we use our skill shots. If we need to clear the minion wave to stop them stacking for a dive, it means we're not going to be fishing for damage on Zeri. It means that we're going to be Wing or Qing the wave as Vigar. That also means we're not going to be using our W to like move faster. We're going to use it to stall for the J4 engage. It also might mean that we're really looking to get XP so we can get our 6 here in case they do dive. It also means, what are we going to do with our wards? Where are some good spots to ward if we're really worried about them bot side making a play happen?
Try and Pixel.
Grubs bush, maybe.
Sorry, somebody said Tribrush. Somebody said something else.
Lizard said Crumbs Bush,
This bush?
and I said Pixel, so the one in the river.
What would you say if I said I don't like any of these 3 wards?
I'd say I'm confused and I want to know why.
Okay. Well, let's break it down. I think you guys might already know. If the enemy is playing for dragon and they're looking for a dive, what do you think the first thing they're going to do before they dive is?
Sweep.
Okay, where do you think the people usually sweep at? Or place control wards at?
Pixel and try.
Yep. So you place these wards, they are dead instantly, every single time. And now,
Okay.
you have no vision. So, what do you do?
Maybe like right over the turret wall.
So we ward the middle bush in lane.
Close. I actually really like warding this brush. I really like warding this brush. And I also really like this ward right here.
Yeah.
Because what happens here is it picks up people walking like this, but it dodges the pink in this brush. If they control ward this. I mean, if they sweep and they walk up here, a lot of the times, this ward will see them, or they'll actually have to like overextend way far to clear the ward. So I like this ward a lot. If we're playing knowing that the enemy's play is bot lane and our jungler is pathing away. If the situation's different and Lizard's pathing into bot, then we can place this ward here or this ward here, because now we're going to have the numbers to defend that ward, right? Does that make sense?
Yep.
And then I also like this ward right here, because the number one thing I'm worried about is when the wave's coming in, if a Nami's in here to bubble us or a J4's in here to go in on us, it's going to be from the close brush. If the wave's already in the middle, we've already pushed the wave far enough where we don't really care about it anymore. I'm just really worried about, as it's bouncing, them cheesing us here. So let's watch and see how the sequence plays out. We have all these wards available. We have all these potions available. We have no vision at all, though. Okay. Nice, we're using our pots, which is fine. We still have wards and sweepers available, though. Nice. There's that first ward that I really enjoy. Oh, damn, your E gets canceled, too. That's crazy.
Yeah, if that E doesn't get cancelled, that's a guaranteed kill for me.
If this ward's here, you see Jarvan instantly. Where do you start seeing Jarvan at?
Right when he walks out of the bush.
Yeah, and he flashes, so
You see him now.
Oh
Man.
yeah. Then.
So you see him maybe only a couple of seconds earlier.
Yeah,
And if you're going to
yeah.
eat that Nami ult to the face, then I don't know if there's any... Like, even the infinite power of God will not save you from that. But, I mean, it's a Nami ult from the mid brush there. But same thing I told... Like, keep in mind, what's going on with the waves here. If she starts spamming the wave like this means that the wave's going to come into us. So we're chilling. Just wait till last hit with Q. And you're not even close to level 6. Holy shit. That's everything.
I roamed up and was late to lane,
Yeah.
so I got 6 late.
I like the TP mid lane as well to cover. That's nice. Okay. And bot lane we went 1 for 1. Not too bad, but Olaf's on full stride, and I think you are on like Coalfields, or no, sorry, Tiamat. Which is a good start, because now you can at least start clearing the minion wave.
Yeah, he was, I think, 1,800 gold ahead of me at this moment.
Only 1,600.
69. I remember doing the math, trying to figure out how much he was.
Yeah, he's sitting on 137, wasn't quite enough to buy anything. But, I mean, at least you're in the spot where you can use your auto Tiamat auto to clear the wave. Or auto Q Tiamat auto. There you go.
Yeah.
You clear the wave really quick like that. And we're in another awkward spot, though, because he crashed this wave, the wave's going to start slow pushing out. But you should be okay here. Nice, beautiful. Good. And a good thing about top laners, especially top laners who are playing champions like Olaf or whatever, is like they never freeze. They will always just shove the wave. Mordekaiser players, Olaf players, Darius players, Kled players, they'll always just, like, they don't know how to freeze.
Yeah, this guy just got perma shoving, which is good.
Yeah, it's good for you, because that means that you can just collect here, maintain your HP bar as much as possible, and you're chilling. Okay. So, let's analyze. We just ended the round. We're opening back up on the map. This is the next round. What's our goal for this round? You guys said Grubs, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
What do we need to do to get to Grubs? It's in less than a minute. Or 1 minute exactly.
So in this spot, I'm pretty sure I just said that I'm going to clear my Rugs Raptors and then go straight Grubs to, like, help Poppy get vision. So obviously before that we said that we were going to push bot wave and have Poppy roam up.
Okay.
I think I ended up doing my Wolves because I thought I had enough time, which I think I did. Pretty much just clear top, have bot stack a wave, or just shove a wave so that Poppy can roam.
Okay.
Same thing with Trundle.
Trundle. Well, can Trundle get push, or does Trundle need help?
No,
to get
no.
Push?
In this spot, I would say, because I think we called out that we saw, like you can see on the mini map right now, the vision cryo thing at J4's Raptors just got hit.
Yeah.
So I think Trundle just plays safe here again, and then waits for Poppy to roam up and for me to be topside, and then play for the top crash into Grubs.
Did you mention LeBlanc?
I did not. I was going to let Gimme do his talking there.
What do you need to do here, Gimme?
Well, I'm winning all the trades, so I basically just need to draft the wave and let her reset so I can move first.
Okay. I mean, if we unlock Poppy here, is there a situation where we push wave, Poppy moves, makes a play on Ahri, and then you can move together? Is that also an option?
I don't think we kill Ahri with her thumbs up and R up.
Do you need to?
We don't necessarily just need Poppy to walk topside.
We can just get, like, Poppy... Like, I think what he's saying is if we put Poppy mid, like, just going... She's going to be going topside anyways, and then look for something on Ahri. Even if you don't kill her and you blow her ult and her sums, it's really good to not have... Like, for her to not have for Grubs.
There's a couple
That's
options
also
here.
good.
Yeah, like... So, when I think of getting an advantage, an Ahri who is alive but cannot fight is pretty much the same as a dead Ahri. The only difference is you don't get the gold. If Poppy can come here with 0 risk or little risk and force Ahri to ult, that's just, like, that's so huge. Like, the best case is we kill her. The worst case is we burn her flash or her ult, or even if she was going to reset, but we come mid and pressure her and we delay her reset by 8 to 10 seconds or whatever, that's 8 to 10 seconds of more time we get to set up and do the Grubs, even if she has TP. So think of time as a resource too. It's not just about killing somebody. So here we are, getting the push, Okay. So we got the push and we're resetting for wards. Stop buying health potions, by the way. Yeah, Gwetz, you hear me?
Yeah. Okay.
Stop buying that.
Okay.
And now, see, like, look, Nami just walks mid lane, does nothing, doesn't kill LeBlanc, but now gives Ahri a turn based off of this. Just by being here. Doesn't do anything, just gives LeBlanc a free turn. And now they use that turn to dive top lane. You almost kill him. Your champion is so disgusting, dude.
I think I literally said that. I said, what the fuck is Trundle?
Damn, bro.
And that last toe shot didn't hit.
Yeah, it's alright. We're chilling. Well, look at how good that is, right? So that's Olaf ult. And that's Nami heal. We're in, and look at their HP bars. Beautiful.
Oh, this is just a really good play all around. I remember this.
Yeah. So we've succeeded in getting our second Grub. So we're going to have 6 Grubs here, right?
Yep.
And Trundle, good job running bot lane here. Very good. You're going to cover this. Make sure Zeri doesn't get any extra plays than she needs to. Okay, beautiful. But because we killed some of their team and they reset, what's probably going to happen? Or what necessarily happens because they died?
They spend their gold.
Yeah, and they're going to be back on the map with more gold spent, higher HP, higher mana. So when we're playing like this and we look for something top lane, it can be good, but we just need to know where the rest of their team is. So I really like if Gimme has the ability to... well, you don't have a ward. That's fine. You're probably on a lot of gold here, too. You guys are all on a lot of gold. Holy cow.
Because there's a Navi in that bush. I'm trying to stop her reset here.
Got it. You guys are playing with death over here, but I respect it. You guys are beasts, dude. Holy. Does this guy have... This guy might be terminal, bro. Holy.
Yeah, dude, if I didn't fuck on my cage, we kill him too.
It's alright. Like, the game is, like, over here. You guys are so far ahead. It's crazy. Okay, so we really extended this play as long as we possibly could. I'm glad that we actually are all resetting here. This includes you, very wet, Mike. Nice, beautiful. And in return, Ari got some plates mid lane. But I think we're very happy with this, no?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the danger zone part. What do we do next? Because Rift Herald's up, right? But also, Dragon's up in a minute. Which one do we care about more, and why?
Rift.
I wanted Rift Herald because Belveth, when she kills a Rift objective, she gets her grubby spawned, and you can play to get plates as well. Oh no, plates probably be gone by time whatever you call comes up. But we have a Trundle Belveth with 6 grubs and a Herald. You pretty much can delete any 2 turrets on the map if you do it on the right side.
Yeah. I mean, I'm really happy with a Herald here if it allows us to get more gold onto Vigar or LeBlanc or Belveth or even Trundle at this point because, yeah, you're almost 2,000 gold down now. But you're on Steel Cap's Tiamat, so you're at least you got mobility, you got armor, you got wave clear. It's not glorious, but you're there. Whenever you're set behind in a matchup, by the way, you have to shift your perspective from. In solo queue, it's different. Okay. In solo queue, you need to find any way possible to get yourself back into the game, and that includes making some high variance plays. Plays that what I mean by high variance, I mean you lose this play 80% of the time, but you go for it because if you do it, you get so much. I'm talking about flashing in on a carry on a fight to try and kill them, even though the fight's lost, because that'll give you 1,000 gold shutdown. Okay. So, but in games like these, in comp games, what you want to do is literally just stem the bleeding. You think of, okay, my role this game, why we picked this champion is because it's good into Olaf. I am no longer good into Olaf, so all I need to be able to do now late game is just stop Olaf from running over our base. How do I do that? I collect minion waves. How do I do that? I, with Lizard's help, push waves into the tower. If the wave gets frozen, then I call my jungler or my mid or my support or somebody to break the freeze, and then when the wave comes in, I don't interact with him, I just clear the minion wave. That's it. You want to be like a force neutralizer here. There's no honor in coming a couple times with almost killing him. All you need to do is stop him taking more than he needs to. And so far this game, early game was rough, but now you're at a point where you're starting to stabilize a bit because we've got more gold on the rest of our team. So just remember what your job is. It can change based on how the early game goes. So you're doing everyone's doing their job well so far. Okay, so what are we gonna do here? It looks like we're setting up for second dragon.
We indeed are.
I thought you guys told me that you wanted to play for Grubs.
Did we not get all of them?
Oh, sorry, not
No,
Grubs.
Herald.
Rift Herald.
I think we ended up playing for Herald.
Really? I'm looking at this bar. And it says dragon right here.
Oh, all right. Well, I lied.
Turret plating will soon fall.
I wonder what made this decision here. Because look, here it is, right? So we're gonna call it back to what I said before. Our goal for the round, you told me, is Herald. If our goal for the round is Herald, when Gimme pushes this wave, and when bot lane pushes this wave, and when Lizard finishes clearing his camps, we're all going to individually have turns. Let's look to see how we use our turns.
Turret plating will fall
Okay?
soon.
Gimme uses his turn to shift bot. Okay, that's a little weird if our goal is to play for Grubs. Or Herald, I keep saying Grubs. Okay. And then we use more of our turns to secure a shit ton of vision here. Okay, we get another turn. Poppy's going to use this to invade and match Nami on the roam. And get a pick on Ahri. What does this mean?
Herald's free.
No, it doesn't.
Drake.
It means that, yeah, this is like when your ex-girlfriend or maybe girlfriend says, "Babe, I've changed," but then she still goes out to the club every single night, you know, with a bunch of strangers, strange men. True. Her words are saying one thing, but her actions are saying something completely different. So if our goal is to play for Grubs, or I swear to fucking God, if our goal is to play for Herald, then our turns need to mimic, our words need to mimic our actions need to mimic our words. By doing this, it's not a bad thing. It just means that either A, we had a wrong idea for what we wanted to play for. Maybe we did want to play for Dragon, or two, we weren't sure what our roles were in this round and how we can use our turns effectively. And both are a problem, but I want to know, maybe it's like a little bit too late from the game because this isn't right after, this is a day later. But what do you guys think happened for this to be the case?
Maybe we did call for Drake, and that's why
we honestly might have said that we can play for Drake. I'm not 100% sure. I tried to record our comms, and I recorded the game, and then I realized that the desktop audio and the mic audio was muted the whole time.
So I'm thinking of like the worst case scenario here is you guys get a dragon, and now it's one drag to one drag. They get Rift Herald. They Rift Herald top lane. Olaf takes this. Olaf takes this. Olaf takes this. And now we're fucked because Olaf is now even more far ahead. Because if we had trouble matching Olaf, just Trundle versus Olaf, imagine how annoying Olaf would be if he had like a Herald and then maybe a J4 to drop the Herald. So in my perspective here, I want to really, really badly take Herald off the table to deny it from their super fed split pusher and say, you know what, fuck it, dude. We can contest Dragon if it's still up after Herald, but we cannot give them the Herald when Olaf is this far ahead.
I think we also took Dragon because it was out of convenience where we're all bots, like we're all bot side around the Dragon.
But we weren't.
And it would have taken. We're not?
Like this is just so like look here, right? Like Lizard's bot side, but because he's starting bot side, it means he's pathing up, right?
Yeah.
He's not going to be here forever. And you guys are also bot side because you're laning. It's laning phase, like where the plates are still up. And then mid laner is mid and top laner is top. So we're not all bot side. It matters what we use with our turns, because how does this different if Gimme has a turn here and uses his turn to ward up here?
Yeah.
And then we get this much bot lane and Poppy moves.
Yeah.
Like it can work. Like your plan is not a bad plan. I'm critiquing the fact that it's not mirroring what I think you guys should be doing or what you guys initially told me was your impression of what was correct in the round. And that's fine if you misremembered. I don't care. It's shit happens, right? So, because like look, you got to push and use that turn to contest their vision here instead of moving to the top side of the map. And now here we go. Rift Herald spawns. Where's Jarvan at? Oh, he's bot side. Okay. They're anime.
In my opinion, J4 Ahri wants to get 4 Drake so as soon as possible, and after we take the top fights, we know we are ahead, so we just want to fight them, so we can take both.
Okay.
So I default assuming their comp wants to take 4 Drake, so we just move out here to fight Wisdom right now.
Okay. I think that's also fair too. Like you're right, they probably do want 4 dragons. I think like the danger zone thing here is we just have no knowledge of what's going on here at all. Like, if we know they are contesting this is fine. We don't know what they're doing right now until Jarvan shows.
Yeah.
Because we see 3 of their plays bot, and if they want to do Rift, they always send their support to top. So that's
that's like after we see him now. What he's saying is like
Nami's
before they showed is like before J4 showed that he was in bot lane. We didn't know where he was, and he could have been like on Herald right now, realistically.
I don't think, because if they always need their support to be there if they want to do Rift.
Well,
I don't think so,
Nami
bro.
was mid. I mean,
She
even
was
if that's
mid.
true, Nami was mid, which could mean that she was gonna like push towards top side and play for the Rift, and maybe like in their comms, we don't know. Maybe that's what they wanted to do, and then J4 like was like, "Oh, I can make them play bot," and then went bot instead.
Yeah, if they're doing Rift, then Ahri shouldn't move to the bot side. Because if that's Rift angle, there's multiplayers on their team is not doing reasonable moves.
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
Ari should not walk into our walk
I agree.
into the middle push here.
like this is crazy in my opinion. The fact that she went for this. Like this can't be real.
Rift, Ari just know where to move to here. Like it's crazy.
I think yeah. She was moving to chunk out Lizard on Vision, I think, and she just got too greedy.
Yeah, it was just her being dumb. Especially when I had my like all tough and I can Q over walls.
Dude, you're beating Olaf's ass, bro. Nice. So we got the dragon anyways. And LeBlanc's here to bail out Ari. Nami's here as well. We've reset and we've started a new round. What's our game plan for this round?
It'd be Herald.
Okay, it can be Herald, and it's good because Trundle's actually able to match Olaf now, which is crazy. At least a little bit. Like you took his tower before he took yours, and you are 0 and 5.
Yeah, I can only fight him with my ult.
But shit, bro, you fought him.
Yep.
So here we are. Okay. So if they have numbers mid. Sorry. Let's go back here. They are on the map and we are not. So any trade that we do right now needs to be done knowing that we do not have the support of our team. So this round is over. If you want to look for an aggressive trade when our team is resetting, you have to understand that if you don't have TP and if you don't have flash, you could just be fucking dead. And this will deny our team from being able to play Rift Herald here. Luckily, you only lost half your HP, but... What? What's up?
Because I know Ari has no TP, and her early game fights is way stronger, and high mobility just want to trade even, and I save 1 W for me to disengage if anything happens here.
Yeah, I think if you can play it really well, it works. If you move and then she hits you with every single ability because you face tank a charm, it becomes a little tough.
I dodged 2 Qs, so it's fine.
It's not actually fine, and you're still thinking about this in a solo queue type mindset. If you're in solo queue and you chunk Ari, that means you can kill her next rotation because that's all you care about in Assassins is getting your HP to your target to a certain amount of HP, and that's the kill threshold. I don't care about that at all. I don't care if Ari is alive or dead. I care about the fact that it's their team's turn to make a play. You are making a play. You making a play here puts our potential to do Rift Herald at risk because now you're half HP. Nami has heals, can sustain Ari. You do not. You do not have TP either. So what's going to happen now is you're going to have to find time to reset or find a way to heal. You don't have any potions. To my knowledge, there could be some river fruits around, but now they're always going to have the ability to move first because you took a trade when it was not our time to make trades. And it doesn't matter if like you can outplay it. It matters about like why you were doing it and when you were doing it. Like nice, we get like a little chance for you to move here, but you have to use like notice you clear the wave. Ari gets a turn. Sorry, Ari pushes the wave. She gets a turn. She decides to keep that turn by staying in lane to push the next wave. You have to respond second, which is fine. You use that turn. You should be using it to get this HP pack, and then you go back to lane, and now you can lane per usual. If you didn't take that bad trade on a wrong timer, now you can use this turn to do something else, but you can't. So your next turn gets decided for you what you have to do. That's the important part.
If Nami stands mid, Ari always get the turn first.
Yeah, but you're at least full HP when Nami is mid. And that way you don't have to spend the next turn doing this. And this is fine. So here we are back to this point. We still want to play Rift Herald, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm chill with this. I'm so chill with this. Waves are neutral, so we can shift over. Trundle doesn't quite have ult yet. I'm a little nervous. Why is my support soloing their mid laner?
This was a miscommunication on my part. I thought Lizard would...
I'm more like,
I didn't know like
I
how
remember
far it was.
this,
He
I
was.
remember this.
like
Oh,
how are you
okay.
soloing the mid laner?
She was like half HP.
I mean, that's crazy. They just burned fucking so many ults for like no one.
Yeah, and I should have flashed here. But
He lives. I should have flashed earlier if I was gonna do that.
Hear me out.
Just do Herald.
Cool. We kill their top laner. No TP. Dead for 35 seconds. Ahri. No HP. Not looking very alive. Jarvan. Here, at least. Super dead. What happens here? Dead for 20. No HP, no mana. No HP, no mana, and no ult. We just do the objective.
Yep.
Is that okay?
Yep.
I mean, obviously the best outcome is we kill them because we get the gold. But the worst thing that we can do is chase for kills, burn our own summoner spells, and then still not kill them, and then also maybe not even get the objective. Because it's not just that we're chasing and spending time or resources or summoner spells, we're wasting our chance, our tempo to do something. It's like we won the fight, but we can't always just win the fight and then do whatever we want forever. This is why people like lose a lot of games later. They'll ace a team and then they'll play, all right, guys, let's take mid. Let's take tier 2. Let's take tier 3. Let's take inhib. Oh, guys, let's do Baron. But by that time, the enemy team is all respawned. And now we've used so many resources to get all of those other things that we lose the game because of it. But like, oh, how did we lose? Guys, we aced them and we still lost. It's because you're not understanding that you have a finite amount of time, and the best way that you can maximize your time, I always have a couple of rules for the game. Rule number 1 is you always play for numbers advantage. So any fight, you need to have like even numbers, like 3 versus 3 or 2v2 or 5v5, unless you are so ungodly fed that you can take a down numbers fight. That's also totally fine. And if you're behind, you should always take advantageous trades like 3v2, 3v3, 3v1, 4v2, like shit like that. And you guys already know how to do this, right? If we want to take fights with numbers advantage, look, what's the first step? What do we have to do?
Vision.
Yeah, right? Because if you know where they're at, now you know what fights you can take. And then also, tempo is king over everything else. If you have the chance to stay for 1 tower plate or to reset so you can be faster for the next play with better conditions, 99.9% of the time, you are resetting to take that, like to spend your gold so you're on the map faster. And then also, my last point that I tell all teams is stop playing for kills. If you can win a game with maybe like 5 kills. This is why LCS or LCK were like so boring for a while to watch, because they're not playing for kills. They're playing to catch waves, and when they catch waves, they're moving to do something, and the enemy team's going to respect them moving, so they're not going to move until, you know, they fully cleared the wave, and then they're going to respawn. They're going to respawn to that move, and while they're responding, the other team's going to catch the next minion wave, and it's just really boring back and forth gameplay, but that's how you play at like an upper level. So risking the fight for these fights, or risking like a lot of gold or lead for fights, can be worth it, but it's what you do when you don't have any other options. If you guys are so far behind that you need to coin flip a play, then you look for a fight. Otherwise, we're here. We have numbers advantage. We have better conditions. We have the objective available. Play for this, because Rift Herald will never lie to you. Rift Herald will never do something where it'll outplay you and like smurf on you. It's guaranteed gold. It's a guaranteed objective, and you can take it. You will make mistakes in fights. You will forget to flash, or you'll flash late, or you'll smite and it won't be enough, or you'll misjudge your damage. You'll never misjudge Rift Herald being in the game. You might misjudge how to use it, and then that's skill issue. True, but I just want you guys to be cognizant of that when you're playing for stuff. Just don't focus too hard on kills. This is our timer to do it. Are they going to do it? Uh-oh. That extra 5 to 10 seconds that we could have spent doing this and getting out has given the enemy enough time to TP in and walk in. And now because we are on, like, give me reset on the timer that we should have been resetting on if we didn't chase.
Yep.
And then we herald for our fucking...
I misclicked.
So that skill issue thing I was just talking about, huh?
Yeah.
It's alright. Got the little grubbies. We're looking good here, though. So we got 1 tower here. Oh, you just fighting him to the death.
He's fucking clobbering him.
It's clobbering time. I'm kidding. Solo killed, by the way. Solo killed. What a goat. What a beast. Okay. All right, we look here. God, we're such fucking pigs, bro. I hate it so much. I fucking hate it so much.
We should have reset so long ago.
Yeah, but I hate it so much because, yeah, like another thing too is like, dude, team tempo is so fucking important. If you can even just reset on when everyone else is resetting, at least then everyone will be as strong on the map as possible. But I hate this reset musical chairs bullshit where, you know, Mike is reset and he's fresh on the map, but oh shit, Trundle hasn't reset yet. And oh shit, well, we need this. And now Lizard's coming out of base, but he's slower than both Vigar and Trundle, who hasn't reset. So, like, when are we actually going to be strong?
Mhm.
It's going to be, ideally, if we all reset within like 5 to 10 seconds of each other, we're strong for like maybe like a solid 2 minutes of the game. But if we reset like 30 to 40 to 50 to seconds apart, well, shit, dude. Now that's like half the time that we have to make plays at our strongest like peak of like gold being spent and like cooldowns being happened. Once the play is over, just fucking end the play. That's the only thing I care about. So here we go. This is good. We're starting a new round, albeit a little bit late. So Trundle's coming off a base, but he's behind this. So ideally, when we're talking about what objective we want to play, what objectives are available right now or available very soon?
Dragon and Baron.
Yeah.
Okay. Which one do we care about more?
Probably Baron.
Yeah, Baron's scary if they get it, I think. Okay.
Yeah.
How are we going to do that? And do we want to give them Dragon for free? Or what's our thought here?
I don't know what the timers are on both of them, but
Drags up in
40-ish
46.
I mean, I think it's okay to give them drag for free if we get Baron for it at least.
Yeah.
But it's kind of hard to like trade it because obviously they kill drag much faster than we can kill Baron.
Give me the scenarios here. Like, what do we get from getting Dragon versus Baron?
We get insane split pushing potential.
For
like
Baron?
insane.
For Baron, split push, siege with Bell, right?
Mhm.
Bell plus Trundle. What about Dragon? I would like
Um,
Egg Whites and Mike to maybe answer as well here too. Not just because
We get some passive sustain and one step closer to soul, but we're also really far away from it, so we don't get as much immediately.
Yeah, there's also like the part of denying them, like progress to
Pulse the
soul,
game out a little longer.
right? It's something to consider. It's not always like the most important thing. For example, like the Rift Herald thing, I thought it was important there because Rift Herald allows them to potentially blow the game wide open, whereas Dragon, it's just like, okay, it's like one more. The way I think I told you guys I view Dragon, I might have said it some other time, is if you know that you don't want to contest a certain amount of dragons, every dragon that you don't contest is essentially a plus 5 minute timer that you have to scale into the game. So if you can get this dragon, it now means you have an extra 5 minutes to scale into the game. But if you don't, they still have to get 2 more before it's even soul points. So at the bare minimum, you have this dragon that's spawning here in a minute, and then another 5 minutes on top of that to scale before you even have to think about contesting their soul. It's one way to think about objectives, where it's like, I don't have to contest it now, but how long do I have to get gold on like the rest of the map? So what are the scenarios here? Scenario A. I'm going to give you one. We see them on Dragon, so we take Baron. What's the other scenario here?
Push mid.
Same, like, the opposite of scenario A. We see him on Baron, so we take drag.
Okay, and Mike, you said we push mid. We push mid. So there's maybe an option where we're saying, all right, we'll let you have Dragon, but we're just going to take this and maybe even this if you guys want to go for this. I think that's also totally valid. Maybe our Baron isn't that strong because for whatever reason, you know, Trundle can't be there, Belveth can't be there. I think our Baron is very strong though with these two champions. But for whatever reason, maybe it's not. In like your Seraphine Senna lane, or Senna game, that Baron's probably not going down super fast. Okay, so let's see how it actually plays out. Here we're mid. Also, we're coming, like, what wave do we have to clear to play the dragon? So it can't be this wave because we have 18 seconds and the next wave's almost here. So when we're playing on this wave, something important, I would rather us fog here and hold this space until Gimme can safely push the wave, because the worst thing that can happen is Gimme W's to clear the wave, and then they look for a pick on him to force his ult or whatever, and then it makes it harder for us to play. But this is good. Instead, we get the push. We get first setup. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Wow. Such a fan. We're in a great spot here, guys. Where do things go wrong?
I don't know. a bad fight, and then we lose Baron.
Fight was really strong.
Like, we're in a great spot. So now we're ending the round. We're starting a new one. What are we playing for now?
Baron vision and control of the top river, probably. And having Trundle on, like, in bot lane. Cross-mapping.
So we have to unlock Trundle here. We have to find a way to put him bot lane, because he has TP. And then we're playing for vision just in here, like these top 2 quadrants. What's the problem that I'm noticing right now?
Trundle hasn't reset. LeBlanc is kind of forced to go bot lane without TP. Well, oh yeah, because the wave is pushing back, it looks like. Oh, maybe not, I can't tell.
Look at in terms of whose turn it is, or what, like, when we're making our round, right? That doesn't necessarily mean that the enemy is taking their round at the same time. So, just notice this. We burn a lot, and now we're ending our round. What is the enemy doing?
They're prepping their next round.
Yeah. So they're ahead of us, right? This is called being up in tempo. It's their turn to do something on the map until we have the chance to address the waves that we need to address and then leave the base, right?
Yep.
So this is the dangerous part. We just did a really good play, but we're not respecting whose turn it is. It's their turn. So when we're here, they've pushed waves. We now need to do what? What do we need to do here? If we want to be able to make a play, what do we need to do?
Reset and spend our gold and just alt. Oh, I didn't think Mike did. Maybe he did. I didn't notice.
I think he did. I think it's maybe LeBlanc that has it. Oh no, like he has, but he's on like a huge spike right now. I think this is chill.
Yeah. Just kind of like play for our wave prio, like top and mid, wave vision win. You know.
Yeah, there is a wave vision, wave play to be done here, to be had.
So it
What
would
were
be
you gonna
like,
say? I'm kidding.
Oh no, I was just gonna say push out waves as well.
Okay.
like push out our waves and then play to clear the vision that they just placed. And
How do we do that? So push out first. What do we need to do to push out? Like what the mid wave? Sorry, I ruined it here. The mid wave is the most important wave right now because mid kind of unlocks the rest of the map in terms of like who gets push. And it's important when these towers go down because it determines how like far up you can catch the next minion wave, right? So when the minion waves meet in the middle like this, you're just catching, like it's just catching a wave normally. If you catch it here, it's called catching low because it's closer to your nexus. And if you catch up here or even higher, obviously, it's called catching high. And that, like where you catch the wave gives you more tempo. Like I talk about tempo so much or more time to do something. If you catch the wave up here, it gives you more time to do your next turn because the enemy wave as it respawns will have to go further to reach. Like you're killing it before it reaches the middle of the map. So you get more time to do your next action before the next minion wave spawns. So here we are. We're going to catch the mid wave. There's a problem here, though. What's the problem?
Mike's alone.
Mike's alone, and he's down 2 levels to Zeri. And I actually don't know at this point. Zeri has 2 items with Rune and Static. She clears the waves pretty quick here, I think.
Yeah.
And, like, they have members mid. So, what happens? They're following box rule. Numbers advantage is king. They didn't do anything. They just have numbers here to help get the first push. Because they get the first push, now they can rotate first. Technically, Mike could move right here, but now Mike has to drop minions. 1 singular minion, I guess. But okay, shit, dude. How does he walk in? We have no vision. This is like the fucking dead zone. Right here, right?
Yeah.
So if Mike walks through here and Ari's in the brush, he's dead. If he walks through here, maybe that's too slow. The important thing is...
I'm sorry.
Do we?
Ari, we had vision on Ari in the tribe bush. She charms Poppy.
Like she could still make it in time.
Oh yeah. No,
Like to be around there.
But she's resetting. Okay. Olay, you're a beast. It doesn't end up doing anything for them, but it is very dangerous. And all we have to do to fix this, by the way... is here when we're on this wave. Poppy, you just have to hover until this wave is dead, and then you guys can move together.
Okay.
Yeah.
If we want to be able to move first, that's it. That is. Like, if we don't, like, that's fine. But now the enemy, like, dude, like, this is why, like, why games feel so hard. Is because the enemy will show numbers here first, And then, okay, that means they get first move here. And now, okay, and now we have to be respectful, so we move slower back mid lane, and now they're already here before us, so now they got to make the next move before us, too. So, and then you're just, oh man, dude, I like that from Gamey, getting a little hyphy up in here. Meanwhile, you top lane just going like Giga Chad. Love this.
Then I get ganked and die.
Why would they do that to you? Good way to respond here. If I'm the enemy, I'm immediately doing the fucking Baron, but... Damn, this is so tough, right? So we push up. We burn Ahri flash and ult. And I think now the play is over. Because you're not going to be able to push this tower with 3 caster minions. It's just not possible. Here, the thing I care about more than killing Ahri is I look to burn her conditions. Beautiful. What can we do after we force Ahri flash and ultimate here? What's possible for us?
We can play on Mike's wave that he has.
Yeah.
Or we can, like, obviously play on that wave and then push our vision higher up into the red side.
Yeah, yeah. I love this, dude. You guys had a chance to make a really good play here. You had push mid, you rotate bot lane, you make this play, we kill this wave, and then now we rotate like this back. And Ahri cannot respond because she has no flash and no ult. So we walk back and we have numbers advantage, and then we play off of this next wave that Mike's pushing out, and now we get this tower for free, and they can't do anything. What Ahri could technically do, actually, is walk back here, wait for the burn to stop, reset, and then TP back in. But that's a whole fucking lot of resources we're getting for free, and we still probably get this tower anyways because we have 6 Grubs. The worst thing that we can do is get the advantage and then say, fuck it, dude, I'm going to actually just throw away half my life, and now we can't get anything out of this. Stop trying to play for kills and start trying to play for smart rotations. If the enemy wants to kill themselves into you, let them do it. But how you kill them here is you look. If Ahri doesn't have flash, you kill her with the Poppy combo. You kill her in that. Because she used her flash and her ult here, now you rotate back. If she wants to greed and rotate with you, then you kill her here. If they want to try and meet you in the jungle, then you kill them here. But I'm never doing this here because I'm playing for this tower now. I'm not playing for the kill. Like, this guy should be... Like, what is this, bro? If we are not 1 HP, this is terrorism.
Yeah.
Like, we're 4-0 LeBlanc, 3-0 Belveth, but we can't do anything. Vigar can rotate. Jarvan was just topside. We know this because he just killed our top laner. There's no way this guy can get all the way there in time. It's just not possible. We just saw him here. He's farming his Grump while we're Krugs. It's so illegal. So just pay attention. That's all.
Yep.
And we still almost get the mid tower. One more auto. Oh, no, we do get it. Okay, cool. At the expense of Mike's life.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. the real one. Oh, and here's where I think we just throw the game. Oh, no. Oh, no, no, no. Dude, this guy's out flashed on your ass, dude. Holy. Alright. I'm going to be that guy and say that this is what ended the game for you guys. Is that play right there?
Yep.
The enemy should be taking Baron here. Maybe they won't, though. Because that's Trundle, no TP. LeBlanc's dead for 35. Wow, and they burned your flash for J4 ult. But maybe we're so strong that we can contest them. Okay, that's good. We're strong enough to contest them if they want to do it. Okay, and now we're starting a new round. And this one's looking good because we're all coming out of base at relatively the same time. Wow, look at this, dude. You're bloodthirsty demon.
Dude, I was honestly so surprised when I saw them killing her. I was like, dude, how the fuck does this kid die to you? Not in a mean way. It's just like she has so much mobility.
Yeah, I agree. But you're Trundle, dude. You're a beast. Okay.
You know I likes to smash stuff.
So, Ahri no TP, Ahri no ult, and Dragon up in 30 seconds. What to do?
Play for our waves mid and bot and keep our vision and just hold the river.
So we're on this wave first.
Or
we
we
already
can look
pushed
for a
this
fight.
wave first.
Yeah.
Do we have numbers advantage?
Yes.
Then yeah, sure, we should look for a fight. And even if we don't like fight to the last man, now they lose 2 full minion waves if they fight us here, which is still good. The problem is we can't be split up like we're searching for clues, though, if we do fight. Okay. So Vigar dies instantly, unfortunately. Yeah, we're getting our shit ran here. What happened? Am I tripping?
No, it was me. I got fucked so bad, and then I got like a Q and a W off.
Oh yeah, it's because you're like in here too much.
Yeah.
You got bubbled too. Fuck, bro, that sucks.
And I got really confident because Lizard was like behind us.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, dude, we definitely got this. And
you definitely did.
Yeah, we were kind of just like spread. Like we had one person, like 2 people down low, 2 people in the middle, 1 person above. So it was like the fight was really. It was like kind of like what you want to do in FPS games, like when you're behind or like when you're alone, you just want to break fights up into 1v1s and.
Yeah, don't isolate the 1v1s for them, bro. You know.
I know. We broke it up into like a 2v2 and a 3v2.
Yeah. And then you put your bomb planter going out first. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
the spike,
rush
the
by himself.
Spike carrier in the front. No smokes, no flashes, just dry, just fully dry. I would say that's like the second point. Let's skip ahead and watch how this fight happens because I think this is literally what determines the game being lost. Even though the game is so even right now, you guys had a couple really good chances to take some smart fights, and then we'll summarize. So we pushed them off of Baron. What now?
We can play for midwave again and secure our vision and take their vision away. Well, vision first, and then we can play for the midwave because it's already like kind of pushing. Well, I think our wave gets there first.
Okay. So what had happened is they had a turn. They used their turn to start Baron. They weren't able to finish it, so they got off. It is now our turn as a team to do something.
Yep.
And you said once again what?
To clear their vision that they put down by Baron, and then push wave mid.
Okay. Here we are. We're doing that. Looking good. What's the problem here? What are we noticing?
We don't know where they are at all, and we don't have numbers.
Yeah.
I want to hear Gimmy's thought process to why he reset here.
Why them? And I see them off the Baron. I instant reset here.
Okay. So we have to
maybe it's just like our response is like that we don't have Gimme on the map, so we have to back up. Like after we drop that ward there, we just have to walk down into river and then back in mid and wait for Gimme to be back on the map.
Yeah. Here's the problem. Both of you guys are correct. The problem is you're not correct about the same thing. Because their enemy plan is now shut down, you guys have a chance to respond using your turn for something. If Gimme has enough money for a full item, you don't. You
really?
don't. Yeah.
I cannot see the...
You can't see my screen? I mean, it was a component, and it was like not like a nothing component. I think you got like a needlessly large rod, which is still AP.
That's also core item.
Okay, it's definitely...
He said that's called item. You're so stupid.
He said that's a core item, he said. But, you know, if we need to get resets, if we need to use our turn to get resets on our carries, then this means that we cannot do this unless we know that we have numbers advantage. The other alternative here is we tell Gimme to fuck off, stay on the map. It's our turn to make a play, and we need to do this. Neither one of those happened, though. I'm not saying either one of you is right. I'm saying that this is where communications fall apart, because by Gimme resetting right now, it does make him stronger. That is just like objectively correct. Even if it's not a full item, it's still a rod. That's a lot of gold. But he doesn't have TP, so it means that whatever play that we make is going to be delayed by 30 seconds, right? 8 seconds to reset, and then like 22-ish seconds to walk out a map with like LeBlanc W to get there a little bit faster. Did we not know Gimme was resetting, or did you not say anything, or did you guys still think you could do it anyways, even if Gimme did say something? What do you think happened?
I think it was a little bit of a mixture of both.
After the first 3 games, comms were kind of quieter.
Well, no, our comms picked up in this game because we were like, I mean, the first game we got fucking rolled. So like our comms second game, we also kind of got rolled off start, so we were kind of shut down. We also kind of like collectively played bad together. This game we had a lot better off of a start, and our comms were a lot better throughout the game. and I think Gimme might have said that he's resetting, and then we were like, okay, we can just drop this ward and then reset. Because I started resetting right there, like you can see that I'm recalling. But obviously, it just was too deep to recall, without knowing exactly where they were.
Okay, that's fine. But now I know before I even watch this fight, it's 4v3. Trundle's top lane with Olaf, which is fine, but you guys are now down numbers. Yeah. You're starting good.
I will say I trolled the fight really hard because I pushed the AD carry out of Mike's abilities that would have one-shot her.
Oh, really? I didn't even see that.
Yeah, so when this like popped off, I think I caged her.
I like
Yeah,
this
she was
positioning
caged.
from you.
Yeah, and I just started screaming Zuri, and then that's why like we went back.
Oh,
Yeah, like I pushed her out. I didn't realize she got stunned, so I pushed her into the cage, but I just pushed her through it.
Oh, and that is a 800 AP Vigar right there. That is 1,100.
Yeah,
plus
that would have
800.
killed her.
Yeah, he would have got his ult
Or
off.
been really close, at least.
He would have been able to get his ult off and then kill her.
Oh yeah,
Because
also
J4 was
100%,
also stunned.
but-
So he had the ability to just like walk up and alter.
Yep.
Because J4 couldn't do anything.
And if you do
Unless
that and
Nami
kill her
went bubble.
instantly, you guys are in such a good spot.
Yeah.
So. I mean, I don't hate this, right? Like, I like Lizard marking Ari here so she can't get in super easily. I like Poppy creating space. I just think, if anything, what you should do is walk up and just tap R to knock them up and do more damage. And then maybe you can get away. Like, you walk up, tap R, and then Q auto, and then Mike doesn't even have to R. He can just QW, and that's enough damage to kill her.
Yeah, I pressed E just about, or like right before I saw her get hit by the stun. Don't look at it.
She's
Don't look
standing
at
on those, bro. She should have got knocked away. She was standing on that.
Yeah, that would have hit me, by the way.
Yeah.
True and real. I would have got that. Would have sent me back to the fucking death realm into my own base.
For real. All right, so we've
But of
been going
course.
for like an hour plus now, so I'm going to end things right here. But I want to wrap up
Yeah.
by just summarizing really quickly. So we talked about the importance of dividing the game up into manageable bite-sized rounds. Each round is determined by what goal you have for that round, so make it something tangible. Make it something that's not chasing kills. You can look for something like, I'm going to slow push 2 waves, and then we're going to dive. That's fine, because you're diving, and diving is denying the enemy gold. Maybe you're not playing for kills, maybe you're playing to zone them. There's a lot of other things. It doesn't have to be, we're going to kill them. But you're playing for something that's an objective that gets you guaranteed gold on the map. I'm thinking like we're playing for Dragon or Baron or Grubs or Rift Herald or towers or dives or even taking the enemy's jungle camps, right? These are all things that we can safely play for while we're playing with the idea of rounds. And now, everyone, when you push a wave or when the enemy does something and you have a chance to respond, you have something called a turn. That turn needs to be used to contribute to the outcome of the round. If we're playing for, like, let's say Rift Herald, and we find out we're using all of our turns to get vision bot side, then that's a mismatch, and we need to understand, was this an error in our planning, an error in our decision making, or an error in communication? Either one is fine. Just ask yourselves the question, like, okay, when I look at this game, where did the confusion break down, or where did this happen? And then at the end of the day, the most important thing is team tempo. Even if you guys have to take resets at somewhat suboptimal times, like maybe you need like 2 or 3 more waves for an item, like you're super close, you need like 300 more gold, it's always better to reset immediately so you're on the map as strong as possible with your whole team than it is to delay your team making a play on the map so you can greed for a wave. The only exception is if you getting this wave gets you an item that instantly wins you the game. And then really work on rounds 1, 2, and 3. They're the most important because you will always have a first clear as a jungler. You will always be deciding if you're playing for Grubs or Dragon on your second round for the most part. These happen every game. They're the easiest to practice. So practice, we said at the beginning of the game, like, okay, what is our jobs for round 1? And it was mid lane needs vision, and then top lane needs to catch the wave and be safe or get vision of Jarvan, or jungle needs to maybe get Raptor ward early. Like, there's all these different ways that we can take our turns early. Talk about it before the game so everyone has a clear idea of at least round 1 what our goal is. And just treat it like that, and then you can look at your own VODs and see a lot of improvement that way. So I know this is long. Do you guys have any questions?
Is it worth, like, as a jungler, if you're gonna play for like the ward on, let's say, like the Raptors, and you can kind of like predict that they're gonna do the same thing, is it like worth to start Oracle and then just play to clear their ward off start so they don't see where you're starting? Like, as long as you do it obviously like 20 seconds, or like not 20 seconds before your buff spawns.
You're like metagaming pretty hard here because some players have the tendency to want to get that ward every single game. Like, I know, for example, like when Pobelter plays LeBlanc or like just aggressive AP mid laners, he always does this because it's important for him to do this in the matchup so he knows when he can get aggressive in the lane or not. But some people will play these champions and not do that. So it's more of a responsive, like, okay, in game 1, I saw them ward our Raptors. So in response, game 2, I'm going to take notice of that. And then, yeah, I'm going to start Oracles. I'm going to clear it instantly and then maybe mind game them and start topside, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So, but like the worst case scenario is if you really desperately need this ward, you take Oracles to deny them your Raptor ward and then they just don't do it. So now you look like an asshole. So,
Yeah.
All right. Any other questions?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I can't think of anything.
Well, good shit, guys. Like this game was looking really close, and considering you guys were 0-2 in the series before this, I think you guys should have won. It's just 2 or 3 mistakes that made this game really hard. So, just focus on that. Oh, I love this rotation, dude. I love this like pushing mid into rotate into burning Ari sums, and then, dude, if we just shift mid again with Ari, no TP or no ult, no flash, and just take the tower, man, we're feeling good, and we lose nothing. So, I love that League of
Sure.
Legends. It makes my heart race.